he might do. I was going to make sure he didn't get there. We have zero tolerance for that. So that is what he said. What does Swagoo say?
First of all, G, I got a mean mug on my face because I'm mad about it too. But here's the deal. Antoine, I love the fact that you went to defend the star, but I need y'all to defend that end zone, bruh. That's the area of the field that we need to have defended. That's the area I need you to stop letting people go into. All of you guys defensively, I respect it. I know what the star mean down in Dallas. I have a tremendous amount of respect for it. But the star don't mean squat compared to that end zone, man. Go protect that end zone.
We need that same intensity and zero tolerance for defending the end zone. Okay. The next one is the Saints, who dominated Tom Brady and the Buccaneers on Sunday night. Here's what Cam Jordan had to say about Tom Brady being the second greatest quarterback of all time.
At the end of the day, it's about this win. I mean, our job was to get Tom Brady off the spot, and I mean, we all know he gets that ball off high. Even as we were hitting him, as we were getting hands on him early and often, he's still the second greatest quarterback for a reason. I mean, he's getting that ball off hot.
So that's what he says. What does Swagoo say?
Cam, I understand what you thought you meant, you said. And then when you rewatched it, you was like, dang, I got the names wrong. I messed the order up. I get it, bro. I get the loyalty to Drew. But after watching that video, G, I'm convinced that Cam Jordan went back and said, I was supposed to say Drew Brees is the number 2 guy and then whisper Tom Brady being number 1. That's what he meant. Because Drew is number top 10. He ain't number 1. He ain't number 2. He number top 10. I got you, Cam. I got your back, bro. I corrected that for you.
Okay, finally, the famous Chiefs Ferrari play took the sports world by storm. It's my new favorite play of the NFL season. Here are what Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes had to say about it.
Yeah, so the last 3 weeks, Pat's been messing around with it. And so I told him, I said, we're going to put it in. And he looked at me like I was crazy. But he'd been doing it, and it looked good. So it looks good. Let's try it.
Can you tell us what that play is called?
It's called Ferrari Ride.
All right, so that's what they said. What does Swagoo say?
Oh, the luxury, G. You know all about this because this is a conversation that people with a lot of money have with each other. I haven't been in those circles before. But this is what Andy Reid and Pat Mahomes. First of all, Andy Reid said, I saw him playing with the Ferrari at home. And then I thought about it. Why would I take the Porsche? Why would I take the Aston Martin? I don't even need the Rolls Royce. I'm going to just put the Ferrari in there and let you take it around for a spin. That's what these people have at their disposal. They got luxury cars all over the place. That day they just decided to take the damn Ferrari out, G.
Whatever car he drives, a little later I will explain to you why he is the MVP no matter what anybody says. That is Swagoo Says, and we will continue as we go. Meanwhile, let's talk about the next generation of great quarterbacks. Todd McShay, his latest 2021 draft rankings have Trevor Lawrence still at number 1 on the list. You know he's missed the last 2 games. He has 2 interceptions and 17 touchdowns this season. He's been number 1 on this list forever. Number 2 on Todd's list is Ohio State's Justin Fields, second-year starter, just as many passing touchdowns as incompletions this year. He leads the country in QBR. And oh, look at this. Alabama's Mac Jones has climbed the ranks to become the number 5 quarterback in his first full season as a starter at Alabama. He has a 16-2 touchdown to interception ratio, and he has the Tide at a perfect 6-0. So there are a lot of questions I want to get to here. McElroy is with us, and here's McShay early on. McShay, how close in your evaluations of them right now are Trevor Lawrence and Justin Fields?
It's getting closer, Greeny. It really is. You know, watching Justin Fields, what I've loved is the fact that he's improved from last year to this year. He improved throughout the course of last season. And I wanted to see, is he going to be a little bit better in terms of getting off of that primary and not having to lock onto his first read? And he's doing it a little bit better. It's still a weakness. It's still not the strength of his game, but he's big, he's strong, he's smart. He's picking up everything that Ryan Day, the head coach, is teaching to him, one of the best quarterback coaches and teachers in college football. And I've been really impressed with what he's done. So I've moved him up from number 5 in the preseason to number 2, but I still think Trevor Lawrence is the better overall prospect. You can pick holes in both of their games. Trevor Lawrence, you'd like to see more anticipation throws in the middle of the field. I told you about Justin Fields, but they're both so talented and they're both so NFL ready at this point. And you see the maturity too, not just in terms of their progressions and their reads, but how they are leading and how they're handling their business. I've been so impressed with both of these quarterbacks this year.
Yeah, they look like 1 and 2 in the draft, but McElroy, I know that you think there's a little more space between them, and I know you put together a tape to show us why.
I did, and Todd is 100% spot on. We have seen Justin Fields take strides this year. And I want to go back to last year, though, just to indicate exactly where those strides need to continue to take place. This was in 2019 in the Big Ten Championship game. Look, this is the receiver's wide open. All right, wide open. He's got all the left side of the field to work with. He hitches one time too late. The throw's behind, and as a result, what would have been an enormous play turns into a catch, contact, and then kind of sitting around. And then here we go. I mean, Justin Fields, he hitches 8 times. There's a guy open in the back of the end zone. He's got to throw it underneath the uprights and allow his guy to make a play on the football. So those are 2 plays that kind of indicate what Todd was just talking about, the anticipation, getting locked in on one receiver. We have seen growth, but the growth is not yet to the point in which he can overtake or even come within striking distance of Trevor Lawrence. I'm very bullish, but at this point it's Trevor, a pretty sizable gap, Justin Fields, and then everybody else.
Fair enough. And including in that everybody else now, McShay, suddenly is Mac Jones. Why has he moved up, and just how good does he look to you at this stage?
This is a fun class grading. I mean, you got Trevor Lawrence at 1. You got Justin Fields at 2. Trey Lance, who no one's talking about because he plays at North Dakota State, and they had one showcase game, which was the strangest thing I've seen in college football in my life. He's probably number 3, but Zach Wilson at BYU is having a huge year, and Mac Jones is coming in, and he's pulling to Joe Burrow. You know, I'm not saying he's going to be number 1 overall. There's no chance. He's not going to be. But he's going from off the radar to, and maybe not even starting as Greg well knows. Like, they've got a freshman that was supposed to be the starter, and he steps in and refused to lose that job, and he's gotten better and better every single game. He had the 2 pick sixes against Auburn last year, but bounced back and almost won that game. Played great against Michigan, and he's been on fire this year. So those are the 5 quarterbacks that we could have in the first round this year. That's why I'm so fired up about this year's draft class, because anytime you can get 5 in the first round, you know you got a lot of talent, and teams are really excited about what the prospects are.
I have to leave it there for the moment, but McElroy, we will get your thoughts on him as we work our way through this season. McShay, thank you.